and welcome to the Tax-Free Crypto Podcast. Delighted to have you here. If you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, follow me. I am the TFC guy, but my handle is taxfree_crypto. Check me out there. Let's follow one another and enjoy each other's content. Anyways, it's been a little while, probably about 3 weeks since I've been able to put out a podcast lately, but I'm glad to kind of get back here into the studio and to put out some more content. There's a lot of big things happening, and I look forward to sharing more of that with you later. I just wanted to talk about in this episode about some trends that I kind of want you to keep your eyes on. First of all, the first trend I want you to kind of pay attention to is about this Bitcoin dominance is kind of going down, and the altcoin dominance is starting to go up. So what's an altcoin? An altcoin is simply a coin that is not Bitcoin, right? That's what an altcoin is. Alternative to Bitcoin is what it is. And although Bitcoin, for the most part, has led the way for crypto this year, it's up 110% year to date. That's kind of a big deal. Last month alone, it was 26,000, and within the last week, we've already breached that $35,000 mark. Crypto is a lot like the game Simon Says, right? Where Simon is Bitcoin, the leader, and oftentimes as Bitcoin says or as Simon says, so goes the rest of the market. But with the rumors of the spot Bitcoin ETF that we've talked about on this podcast before have circulated, it's brought more and more attention to the crypto market in general. And but recently what we've seen is that Bitcoin has kind of quietly been losing its dominance in the market as it's been outperformed by the other altcoins. In fact, about 30% of the top 50 tokens have outperformed Bitcoin over the last 90 days. Tokens like Solana, like Link, like Aave, they've been outperforming. You know, Solana has been up 78%, Link has been up 71%, Aave has been up 51%. They've seen bigger gains in the last 90 days. Now, why this matters? Because some people, such as myself, believe that this is a sign that altcoin season could be coming soon. It's beginning to get underway. I believe we talked about in one of the podcast episodes not too long ago, we were talking about the lessons that we're learning from the bear market and then why I believe the bull market is coming soon. And I honestly believe that we're in the beginning stages of those gates being open wide for that bull run to happen. And so we want altcoin season. What I'm not saying is Bitcoin is being outperformed by others. That's not to say not to have Bitcoin or not to buy it. What I'm saying is altcoin season is around the corner, right? Right now we're coming up to our holiday season. We have Thanksgiving coming, and my favorite holiday, Christmas, is coming. I enjoy those moments. And when it comes to the crypto world, altcoin season is one of my favorite seasons. So historically, once 75% of the top 50 coins outperform Bitcoin for 90 days, it's officially said to be altcoin season. And crypto degenerates like myself, we love altcoin season more than Mariah Carey loves Christmas. I mean, it is something that we very much look forward to because you can make a decent amount of money if you play it right with the correct altcoins that are out there. Now, we're not quite there yet, but this is a trend. As I said at the beginning of the sentence, a trend that I kind of just want you to be aware of, to kind of keep your eye on, and I'm going to be keeping close eye with that, and hopefully I can share some more information with you as well. I was talking recently to a friend of mine. I was telling him about Solana. Just a few weeks ago, Solana was in that $18, $19 range. Now it's over $40, and it's just been a handful of weeks. Solana's doing a great job. And when it was about that $19, $20 mark, he bought a bunch of it up, and he just said, Eric, I can't thank you enough for helping me double my money. I'm like, brother, I didn't help you double your money. All I was trying to do was show you some trends that we saw happening with Solana, like when they partnered up with Shopify, and then when Visa did a deal with them to do overseas payments. It's just following kind of the thing that's happening. Ripple, which is the issuer of XRP. XRP is one of my favorite tokens to be involved in. I have a bunch of it, and I enjoy accumulating it while it's still under $1. But they just were announced. One of the biggest banks in Europe, they just did a deal with, or at least that bank is beginning to accept XRP, and they're trying to do a deal with them for payment solutions. That's around the corner. Ripple, again, is working on its IPO to be released, and a lot of things are happening with Ripple Labs. And XRP XRP being their coin, their token coin, it's really something you should consider getting. Now, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just giving you, hey, here's what's happening in the market. Here's the cool things that are around the corner. I tweeted out earlier today, sounded just so like, hey, here's what's happening right now in the crypto world, some things that you ought to know. And what I said that analysts at Matrixport think Ethereum could hit $3,000 soon. If you want to see my source on that, just go to my Twitter page, TFC Guy or taxfree_crypto, and there I've posted the link to why Matrixport says that about Ethereum. It's pretty interesting as you read the charts and read that. Bitcoin just cracked 35,000, which is up from $26,000, which was less than a month ago. It's up, right? These are just trends that I'm telling you is happening. Solana's up 17% in the past 7 days from this reading, following the Breakpoint conference that they already had. ADA, or which is Cardano, is up 20% in the past 7 days following the 2023 Cardano Summit. XRP is up 15% in the last 7 days, briefly taking the number 4 spot based on market cap from BNB. So again, these are just things that I read in the market, the news that I read, that I follow, and that's what this whole podcast is designed for, just to say, hey, I'm a blue-collar person. I'm looking to get into the crypto market. What information do I need? And that's all I'm trying to help you with here at the Tax Free Crypto website, the Tax Free Crypto podcast. Speaking of the website, this was designed because we have coordinated a way in which you can buy and sell cryptocurrency, and your gains can be completely tax-free by going to our website, taxfreecrypto.com. Click on Get Started, use the promo code TFC Podcast, and you'll be able to open one up completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. I take care of that fee as we set it up with the custodian that offers the Roth IRA. If you have questions on that, you can always email me, Eric at taxfreecrypto.com. Anyways, that's why we're called what we're called. Share this with somebody who's looking to get into the market, of course. Let's see. Another trend I want to talk about. So we just talked about the altcoin season underway, or beginning stages of it, as it's around the corner. Other thing we want to talk about, trend number 2, is stable coins are seeing inflows. Now, if you remember from previous episodes, or maybe this is your first time listening to this podcast, that's fine. A stable coin is just simply a coin that follows fiat exactly. So, for example, the US dollar has USDT, or Tether is what it's mostly known by, and then USDC, US dollar coin, US dollar Tether. Those are 2 stable coins that follow the dollar, which means that at all times Tether and USDC are equal to the dollar. They are stable coins. So here's the trend that we're seeing now lately. For the first time in 2 years, stable coins are seeing inflows. This means that instead of investors swapping out their stable coins for US dollars, they are then taking their US dollars and swapping them out for stable coins. They're turning USD into more stable coins. Now, why does that matter? It matters because this could mean that investors are right now getting prepared to make more moves into crypto soon. I mentioned here previously, as I referred to a previous episode we did, about the deal that Solana Pay is doing with, or Solana Labs is doing with Shopify. So Solana Labs created what's called Solana Pay, and with Solana Pay, it's very small transaction fees that happen. I believe it's 0.0002 of 1 cent. But the way they do that is if the user, the buyer, the consumer, purchases from Shopify with USDC, a stablecoin, US dollar coin, they do that. That's what the gas fees look like. So as more adoption comes in and people understand the value of what a digital US dollar is, either it's Tether or it's the USDC, as they use that, it goes up. So there's a bunch of people now converting their dollars into those stable coins for this very purpose, for shopping on Spotify and what have you. Or if we use some deductive reasoning, you think of a company like Amazon, which did $544 billion last year. Can you imagine how much money they paid to Amex and MasterCard and Discovery and Visa and all that other stuff. Can you imagine what they paid just in the processing fees? $7-8 billion for sure because of what they charge. They charge 1.15% plus the 5 cents or 30 cents, whatever the merchant account is. And here comes Shopify with their 0.00002 of a cent for the transactions. Of course, these major companies with a lot of backing behind them are going to help the conversion rate or to convince the public, hey, start using USDC, start using Tether, and so on and so forth. So we're seeing this idea of stablecoins seeing more of these inflows. Think of it like a casino. At a casino, to play the games, you need to trade in your cash for casino chips, right? You take your cash, you get the chips, and the more chips you have, the more games you get to play, and the more money you're likely to spend. So stable coins are like the casino chips of crypto. The more stable coin supply equals the more money people are likely to spend playing in crypto or doing things that are necessary with that. So that's kind of two trends. I want you to notice the trend of the altcoin season coming around as Bitcoin dominance goes down and altcoins go up. This does not mean stop investing in Bitcoin to only invest in. It means a both and, right? You've heard the philosophy. Don't look at trading in the crypto market as either or, meaning I can only do it this way or that way. Look at it as a both and. You do this and this, right? It's different strategies. With tax-free crypto on the website, it's a way that you can do it tax-free. But then, like me, if you're on other exchanges like Coinbase, Crypto.com, Webull, Robinhood, whatever Kraken that you're trading on, also do that. Don't stop doing that in order to come to the tax-free side, or don't stop the tax-free side in order to do that. No, do both, right? You're doing the same things. I give the illustration all the time about real estate. A good realtor is going to have they're going to have multifamily. They're going to be into tax liens and tax deeds. They're going to flip a house. They're going to do different kinds of things, right? Have renters, buy them to buy and hold, or have land. So under the niche of real estate, there's a whole bunch of different avenues to make money. Same thing in crypto, right? You can stake it, you can hodl it, you can do the tax-free side through a Roth, you can day trade it, you can do dollar cost averaging, right? There's so many different options on it. So if you're new to crypto, just kind of welcome to this family. Email me with questions, eric@taxfreecrypto.com. I'm more than happy to help you. So those are two trends I sort of wanted to bring to your attention, right, about altcoin coming around the season. So consider picking up some of these altcoins that are really hot right now. And then about stable coins, you should always have some in your pocket for purchases and the different things that you'd like to do. Let's see. Institutional investors, just want to talk about this. Excuse me. Institutional investors dumped about $250 million into crypto assets this year so far. So institutional investors have been loving crypto lately. Now, this is a big deal. What I mean by institutional investors, I just mean Wall Street guys, pension fund managers, hedge fund managers, those kinds of people who really do want this spot, a Bitcoin ETF approved, because that means that they're going to have them permission to get into a SEC regulated fund, the ETF, the exchange traded fund. If you want to know what that is, go through our archive. I have a whole thing about what an ETF is and what's the difference between a spot ETF and a futures ETF and all that other stuff. So these institutional investors, they dumped $250 million this year alone into crypto assets. That's 6 weeks straight of inflows from institutional investors. So the last 6 weeks of inflows have been $767 million, which are more than the total inflows from all of last year. So the last 6 weeks, $767 million is what's happened the last 6 weeks, is more than all of last year of $736 million. Whoa, that's a big deal. Institutional investors are looking forward to this. Bitcoin saw the most inflows, again, of course, and Bitcoin is the OG of cryptocurrencies. They saw $229 million in total inflows, bringing the year-to-date a total of $842 million just into Bitcoin alone. And so it's quite important for you to understand that institutional investors are now getting into the crypto space in a big way. Let's see. Ethereum had its largest inflow since August of 2022. So the streak of outflows is finally broken for Ether. That's a big deal, and I'm a huge fan of Ether. I own several whole Ethereum coins, and I've very much been looking forward to it. As I told you earlier about the tweet I made, that one analyst is suggesting that the Ether could be going up to $3,000 no later than pretty soon, and we'll see about that. I have my eye on that. But other altcoins also continue to rally, such as Solana, which we just talked about, Link, Matic, which is Polygon, and ADA, which is Cardano. They all saw inflows last week as well. CoinShares, which is one of the sources I really go to and read a lot, they believe that there's at least one main reason for the recent pump. As I just said, the increased likeliness of a spot-based ETF in the U.S. And we believe, or at least some other analysts think, that by January of next year, of 2024, that those will all be approved. Not just one. Some people talk that, well, BlackRock will be approved first and that. What we honestly believe, or at least what I think I believe, is that everybody that's put in for an application to have that spot ETF, I believe that they are all going to be approved at one time. So this is a big deal. Then, of course, the halving, if you want more info about the halving, see previous episodes as well. So we'll see if the streak continues. So the last 6 weeks have been great for crypto. And then here's the last one that's kind of a slap in the face, and this will conclude today's podcast. Not a slap in the face, but I guess more of like a joke's on you kind of a thing. But the SEC is struggling to hire crypto experts. As crypto becomes a more inevitable piece of investing, a way of money movement, if you're not moving your money, you're not making money, right? To make money is to move money. One of those ways to move it is through crypto. As this becomes more and more inevitable and the adoption rates continue to soar and more people use it, the SEC is struggling to hire crypto experts. So if you don't know what the SEC is, it is the Securities and Exchange Commission. They're the people that oversee the stock market and approve ETFs and other types of funds. They're the government, the federal governing board in the United States for these things. They've had this love-hate relationship, but if we're kind of honest, it's a hate-hate relationship with the SEC and crypto. But now the agency is facing a problem. They're trying to hire crypto experts, but nobody wants to work at the SEC. I'm hearing two main reasons for that. Number one, contrary to popular belief, having SEC regulator in your bio for Tinder does not crush it very well. Actually, that's a joke. That's not why we're there. But most importantly, here's why they're struggling with it. The SEC has a policy that if you are hired, you can't own any crypto. So if you already own some, you need to go liquid or sell it off before you begin to work for the agency. And that rule, to be honest with you, makes zero sense. Absolutely no sense. Why would you want somebody into crypto to oversee or be a part of whatever crypto division the SEC wants to start, but not let them have crypto? Having crypto would give them the experience that they need to get behind. It just makes absolutely zero sense. So good luck, SEC, while you're out there. So that concludes today's podcast. It's great to be with you guys again. Again, any questions, email me, eric@taxfreecrypto.com. I'd love to help you out. Check out our website, taxfreecrypto.com, if you're interested in opening up an account and you need help walking through the steps. Again, send me an email. I'm delighted to help you out. I hope that you have a very beautiful day and happy day trading. Looking forward to the altcoin season.